The instance had obtained fame in India proper to concoction of the female's household, how she had been fooled by her man as portion of a more extensive Muslim story, duplicated by lawing Indian nationalists as loving Jihadi. Through the long couple-year trial fight, 26-year-old Hadiya, who goes by one behalf just, sequentially kept how she acted on her own complementary will, in spite claims of her dad, Azokan Km, how she was constrained to convertible to Islamic by her man. The was fully blown up out of ratio, told Harris Biran, the attorney for the female at the center of the instance. Down there was no item of loving Jihadi in the high trials governing, that was announced Monday, brings to an end her household's insistent attempts to annul the wedding, in the three-judge pane indicating how this trial has no law to cancel wedding among consenting adults. Relating immediately to Hadiya's fight in her parents, that began in the southern country of Kerala, the judges controlled how the wishes of her household cannot be permitted to reduce her basic rights, addition how the liberty to select a husband and convertible to else religious was both of a constitution and a humane law. Intimacies of wedding, consisting the option that individuals do on if or not to wed and on whom to wed, lie external the monitoring of the country. Courts as upholders of constitution freedoms must protect these freedoms, told the governing. Drastic nationism on the growth. Hindu is India's dominating religious, on to enumeration information, in 828 millionth followers or 80.5% of the nation's 1.3 trillion people. Muslim do up 13% and Christians 2.3%. Though interconfessional marriages include length florid opposition during India, the event of loving Jihadi has just newly obtained famous exchange, in suggest approving how Muslim men are betrothed in a politically reasoned plot to get above the nation by converter Indian female to Islamic. The popularizing of the period's use, that dates behind as far as the 1920s, has been related to a more extensive growth in lawing Indian nationalism in the wake-up of the 2014 general poll, that saw main Secretary Narendra Modi's Indian nationalist Bharatiya Janata side broom to force in an insurmountable most. Down there are specific organizations that are radicalizing youthful and with loving and secret wedding as a instrument to draw Indian girls, Sinha added. Their purpose is to build discord and disbalance in community. Long trial fight. Hadiya, who was unborn as Akila Azokan, was grown by conventional Indian parents in a little city in the southern Hindu country of Kerala. She leftward household for school several period preliminary to 2016, registration in a homeopathy high school in a city in the neighboring country of Tamil Nadu. It was for the time, how on to early trial accounting records, she transformed to Islamic, and modified her behalf to Hadiya. Hadiya declared it was just following her transformation how she solved to wed. Conclusion: her man, Shafin Jahan, via a marital website, such identical trial accounting records show. The two were marital in December 2016. By later, Hadiya was already tangled in a trial instance in her dad, who had prosecuted legislative activity in a bid to strengthen his child to back household. Onto trial documents. Hadiya's dad estimated how his child said him she had a schedule to go to Syria for lamb breeding, and he was concerned how she had been affected by Muslim extremists. Concoction of Jayan's protection to drastic Islamic include pursued the instance of the commencement. The high trials governing was done among and continuing inquiry by India's domestic inquiry agent, NIA, in Jayan's estimated links to drastic Islamic groups. The trials governing on Monday allows the NIA inquiry to go on in the caution how it not concern on the pair's wedding. The high trial initially orderly the NIA, by the government resist terror agent, to begin studying in August 2017. Recent May, in governing to cancel Hadiya's wedding and location her in the constant guardianship of her dad, the Kerala top trial told how a lady elderly 24-year is poor and sensitive, able of creature operated. 4 on 7 months, she remained at her parental's household, incapable to complete her teaching or to see her man. In the meantime, her man driven the instance to the high trial to circulation the judgment. The high trial, in November 2017, given a interim procedure to enable Hadiya to restart her teaching and released her of her imprisonment in her parental's building. As a outcome of the high trials governing, Hadiya has been reunited in her man and is ongoing her teaching in school, told Biran, her attorney. Yet, Agnes cautioned on view the sentence in insulation, figure focus to the reality how the Nia inquiry will go on. I desire the high trial had as well stopped the investigation. I believe how's very hazardous, since once again their lives will be object to the investigation.